One of the major blockers for newcomers to open source is that unpleasant impression of not feeling ready yet. But the thing is, how does one feel ready and when? Well, you are ready, and today let me show you how you can convert this struggle in approaching open source in actual pull requests that count as your first contributions. First of all, as I say many times in this channel, contributing to open source does not necessarily mean fixing nasty bugs or implementing new big features. There are also many other ways of getting more confident to the project without the need of having a deep knowledge of the codebase. When you navigate on a new GitHub repository and you feel kind of lost and confused, well, that's okay. You can start by reading carefully the readme.md file to get known of some of the basic concepts of the repository. And then you can move over to contributing.md to get a better understanding of the workflow that project follows in order to accept new PRs and new contributions. You might also find a file called Code of Conduct to even better understand the rules. Reading this important piece of documentation will already make you feeling a little bit better into the project's culture. It is now time to navigate to the Issue tab, so that you can have a look and read how users write their issues, how they are formatted, and how maintainers reply and guide the contributors. Just pick some issues where there are comments and see how the discussion and the conversation goes. And actually, if you think you have something to add, go for it. Add your message and participate to the discussion. Without noticing, you will find yourself already in the loop and already contributing to the project, at least by sharing your opinion on some relevant topic for the repository. When you're done with the Issues tab, the next one is Pull Requests. Similarly to what you just did in the previous tab, go check out some pull requests and read the comments and the description. If you have something to add, jump straight in and write your comment. Also, you can have a look at the code, and again, if you have suggestions or better implementation, do your code review. Doing code review actually is contributing to open source, and you also get a little bit more familiar with the code base. Just don't be afraid, everyone can say their opinion in a code review. As long as you're polite and your feedback is constructive, give it a go and write your comments. It will be really appreciated by the maintainers and the contributors. After these steps, you will find yourself relatively confident about the project and the culture, so you have an idea and a better picture if this project is aligned with your standards or if you have to find a different one. Now, if you think the project is okay for you, you can head again over contributing.md and reading again carefully the setup instruction and start setting up the repository in your machine. If you encounter some problems in this process, don't get demoralized. Actually, you're in front of a potential contribution. Take note of everything that goes wrong in the process and create an issue and describe to the maintainers what went wrong in the setup process. Also, if something was missing or not described well enough, once again feel free to create an issue telling the maintainers what was unclear for you, and also you can provide a possible implementation or better documentation to improve that part. The issue you're going to open will lead in a better environment and setup process for everyone else coming after you. Do you realize that this is contributing to open source? And by the way, if you feel confident you have the solution to the problem you just faced, feel free to also open a pull request that is already fixing that issue. How convenient! Did you notice? We started this video focusing on how you had some problems in trying to contribute into open source, but we actually ended up finding at least 4 different situations where in the process of getting known to the project, you find yourself already contributing in a really relevant manner to the project itself. So, do you feel ready now? Because if you still don't feel ready yet, well, let me give you from this video over here some more motivation of the greatest benefits that open source can give to you. Alright, before going there, leave a like here and... where is it? Go watch the video.